Hello everybody and welcome to the Cone Racing League. We are here for the penultimate round, round 14 at Saudi Arabia, and I'm once again joined by the amazing Spider Rob. Sorry.
It's
By CRL underscore Spider 85.
95.
95?
That sets the bar for tonight for these boys.
Yeah, we're having a rough one. Yeah, penultimate round,
dear.
championship fight very much in play, although very much in the hands of Liam at the moment.
If I'm right in saying all he needs is a win tonight, and that's it. Championship's
a win,
done.
Championship's his. A second, and well, T-Griff needs to win back to back this and next week, which is Spa. Yeah, definitely it's Belgium last round, isn't it?
Spa, yeah, Belgium. What a round to decide for the
yeah.
season finale on. If it goes that far, of course, for these boys. Obviously, T-Griff's going to be doing some sort of voodoo ritual inside his Haas garage with Gunter as we speak.
As that first man going out on track, is that Indian Jesus to be first to show us around, take us for a lap. See how it's done.
Very high-paced track, this. Very long, one of the longest, if I remember correctly, on the calendar, but very unforgiving. One false move, and that's it. You're pretty much out of the race. I mean, no room for error, especially for T-Griff and Liam tonight. When we were looking at it beforehand on the round, it was, what, 5 drivers which are still potentially in the running?
Yeah, 5 drivers mathematically still in for a shot at the championship. 50 points separating the top 5, and with CRL's point system, 30 points for a win. So 2 rounds to go, plus the fastest lap bonus point, 62 points available. But yeah, good evening to the 2 people in the chat. I do have the sniffles. I try not to sniffle too much, but
You've got a spot hay fever, lad. Have you joined the hay fever club?
I've been in it for years.
No, there we go then.
Not that I've been taking my antihistamine yet, but yeah.
I've been taking them this year. They've just not touched it whatsoever this year, unfortunately.
Is it T-Griff actually? He's going to be the first man to set a lap. P2 in the championship, hoping for a very good result here. Going to be silently hoping that Liam has a very bad result here, so he can close in on that championship. There were a lot of points he needs.
Good races
never mind.
Tonight, to be fair.
He's back in the pits.
Maybe he's not liking the tyres he's gone out on. He seems to have done a good outlap, to be fair.
Yeah, well, that means Indian Jesus once again is the man leading. We'll follow him round on his first lap through the fastest street circuit on the calendar.
He's retired. Has he got a ban?
Probably, actually. Didn't even think to check.
No, neither did I.
T-Griff does not have a quali ban that I can find.
Has he got one from a later race that he didn't serve? Because I know one of these boys didn't serve their quali ban, correctly.
Maybe. Well, apparently he's already taken out the pitboard markers. So...
Oh,
sabotaging the rest before taking himself out.
Oh dear. That's an appropriate penalty. Take out the pitbull markers. Oh, you got to retire. We're just going to go down to the Haas pit wall where we're going to be joined by Gunter. Let's see what... Jane! Jane, he smashed the pitboard worker!
Speaking of Haas, actually the other Haas driver, Ennis, is a reserve for today. As you can see there, Ennis getting out the way of Indian Jesus. A very full and chaotic track here, and not necessarily the easiest track to get past drivers on a cool down the lap here. Rounding the final bend through that corner Verstappen made rather famous with his rear right tyre. Setting the first lap, let's see what he can do to the line, a 1:28.5. We'll see how others can compare.
Bad lap, to be fair.
It's
very,
one of the next man time. As he goes 3/10 faster. We've been warned to call them ids and not shoe, so we'll try to remember. As Jack, a bit of a slow one.
I'm on board with Indian Jesus still, potentially coming to the snail's pace on the starting straight.
Strauss puts it fastest to 28.1 club PR, fairly slow one for the moment, 29.9. It's Cole Paradox 29.4. I think we might possibly have a Steiny lap ahead here, but we'll stay on board with D-Morts, see what the reserve driver can do. Ah, T-Griff does have a quali ban. Okay, I couldn't see one when I had a look at the server. I saw a mention of it. As D-Mort's going 5th fastest, will hop on board with his teammate for today. Current championship leader. And the man hoping for a very good result in order to maintain said championship lead or even get the championship closed up today.
Well, I'm just looking at the time that all these boys are setting, and I'm sat there going, I can't even set a 1:30, let alone a 1:29. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's just have a quick bet. How many safety cars do you think we're going to see tonight?
With Tier 2, the answer is either 0 or 3. There is no in between. As Liam going just shy of his teammate at 29.0 there, 8/10 off the pace. So going to try and find some more there. But for the moment, that is where he stands. Although it's still fairly early on in the session. Not the Codemasters. Let's see how long we have left when a yellow flag is on track. There we go. 12 minutes 20 seconds. Quickly on the clock. So Farrell is one of the 5 gunning for the championship. Currently sitting 3rd, 44 points adrift of Liam. That's a lot to close up. 22 points a race. Bearing in mind it's only 24 points for a win. Sorry, 24 points for a P2, 20 points for a P3. But here we go, rounding final bend. Is that a Mercedes looking to give him a slipstream, or is that just a Mercedes looking to stay out of the way? Just staying out of the way, entering the pits. Farrell 28.9 ahead of his championship rival.
Captain Nick's going to set a tap line by the looks of it. Oh, but he has invalidated.
Well, he's on his outlap anyway.
So it's not, yeah, it's not too bad. I'm just trying to find some sort of action, man.
Well, Captain Nick is now on a lap, so he's become the action. He has missed a few races, hasn't he? Where is he? P19 in the championship, currently just ahead of Not Jack by a singular point. So I apologise, a tractor has just gone past my window. Don't know if you can hear that. Nick, a driver, shows occasional flashes of pace, and actually, yeah, there we go, a purple first sector for the Aston Martin driver, where that's through a mistake by Strauss in that sector, or just Captain Nick really suiting this track. I cannot say, but yeah, you always see flashes of brilliance from him, but just a few too many mistakes to ever make much of a dent. Does have a clearer track than some of the others had. Nearing the halfway point of the session now, as another purple sector showing there. Look at this. Man's absolutely flying compared to normal. He just needs a good last corner now, doing his best. Verstappen impression right up to the walls there, using as much of the track as possible. Let's see how he rounds. Final bend coming in near the apex, avoiding the wall. Let's see what he can do, where he slots into the order. And there we go, P5 for the Aston, 28.5.
Boy.
And actually only just behind P3 as well, very close, the from 3rd to 5th on the timing board.
400 of a second off off the P1 position.
Just trying to find which drivers are yet to set a lap before, so I get a cheeky bit of slipstream there from the Alpine. I think that'll be Coney? I don't know, McConey or Stein, you're one of the two Alpines. I can never even tell which team is which half the time because they're all just different shades of blue on the side of the board.
There is one too many blue cars, to be fair.
Yeah, Red Bull and Mercedes, they're alright. It's the Williams and the Alpine that I'm lost.
Yellow flag. I don't know if someone's slowing down in sector 1 or not.
Right, so here we go now for start. Slowest time yet, 30.1, but still plenty of time left to improve that.
It's one of those where you have to be confident around every corner, let's face it.
Yeah, I mean, a bit too slow and you lose too much time, too little confidence, and you risk having a moment going off into the wall. Just Tobes here, one of the 3 drivers You have to
It
set
makes
a
it
lap.
pretty much over. Especially at this track.
Yeah. Don't give the wall a hug. It may want to hug you, but you don't want to hug it.
No. Oh, there's a spin from 4-star, there's damage. I think he's still alright though, but he has lost his part of his wing by the looks of it.
There's a reset track there, and a Ferrari flying past, having to work their way around him. Was that Mr. Liam we just saw? No, that would have been the other Ferrari, would have been Demors. No, we were on board with Tobes, who stuck it 6th fastest before I jumped away to 4-star there.
Don't know if resetting the track was that legal?
It's allowed in qualifying.
Ah, there we go. So he's getting away with it. Ah, it's fine.
Yeah, Panda Scotty is not here. He's going to be comms for. I think he's comms for tier 1.
I think he's tier 1 today.
You're stuck with us for the moment, sadly, or maybe goodly, depending on your opinion. We do have a far more exciting championship battle than the lot up in tier 1, I think. I haven't actually checked their standings.
Compared to tier 4, tier 4's championship is extra spicy. Make sure you tune in for that next Monday.
Well, actually, tier 1's a bit closer, but they've only got 2 drivers in the run-ins, unlike us. We've got 5 here on board with DC, not in the run-ins. I thought DC was fairly... Oh no, DC 10th in the championship, so kind of just hoping to make most of what he's got left. But yeah, a quick reminder of the 5 drivers. In P5, Waitsy. In P4, McConey. P3 is Farrell. P2 is Tigriff, and Liam is the one leading as Ennis and Liam crossing the line to move up to 7th and 6th respectively. And Captain Nick still holding up very well at that time, as his teammate goes P18, a 30.4 there. Still waiting.
Down to the pits. 4-star saying that has anyone else got this weird speeding in the pit lane stuff popping up on screen? So glitches by the looks of it, making their appearance in the game. War Daddy with the top 3 going back out.
I'm trying to find him a driver who's on a lap.
War Daddy is on a lap.
He is, okay, I'll hop on board with him. I don't think we can find his name. Where is he up there?
He's P3 currently.
No, he's... Is he? Doesn't look anywhere near fast enough. I mean, he's technically on a lap, but that man is not pushing at all. We're on board with Waitsy, the only driver yet to set a lap, who's just started. The 19th driver to set his lap. Tigriff serving his quali ban after failing to provide footage to the stewards last week at Mexico, which is not particularly ideal for the man hoping to get a very good result for his championship hopes. Here is Waitsy going across that white line, and there we go, invalidating the lap. Not what the man without a lap time wanted to do. Clerpiart put it into the pits, not Jack. Validation Farrell. Doesn't look like... There's no ERS being used, so I'm going to assume he's not pushing. Liam looks slow, War Daddy looks slow. I think we're now just waiting for the final rush. No one really on a lap that I can see. Waitsy, of course, will be once he gets back around to the line. So for the moment we will admire the Red Bull going around this track. No, never mind. Let's just go into the pits. Right, Tobes, you've saved us.
To be fair.
So Waitsy retiring. Maybe he had a quali ban as well we weren't aware of. Because I had a look, I couldn't see anybody who'd mentions the quali ban, so I have a quick look at the stewards thing. So I might have looked in the wrong place.
Was that 2 of the top 5 contenders already at the start and at the back of the grid?
What? Yeah, apparently. It says here, qualifying bans, Knight, DeWill and Tigriff for tier 2. No mention of Waitsy having a quality ban. Though I have now found that T-Griff does have one. Yeah, no ideas. I'm trying to see if we can see a mention of why Waitsy has retired from the session. Nothing to show for it. I mean, he's P5 in the title. He does stand somewhat of a chance of getting it.
Well, it's for you, mate.
Ah, they've got their keys. They can. Someone else can help them. Or they can deal with the fact they've got their keys. There we go. Tobe's about to start another lap here.
Well,
it's the McLaren driver. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. The rush seeming to slightly start towards the end of the session.
yeah, people are starting to come back out of the pit now. They're all setting out laps.
You know what? I might have to go and answer that. I'll be back in a bit.
That's fine. So it is now the Spider Show. I don't know who John was on board with, but I'm on board with Tobes. He's just invalidated his lap, so he's going to be kicking himself there. Let's take a look at who we can jump on board with on my camera. You probably can't see it, but I'm on board with Steiny. Setting his potential final lap. All depends how much life he has left in them tyres. Oh, there he is.
Someone beat me to it anyway, so.
Ah, that's the main thing. Well, Steiny's improving in Sector 1 by the looks of it. He's having a good Sector 2. Beautifully done around that corner.
That's very nice. Using the full track width there. Missing the apex slightly in perhaps a tiny little moment.
That was very close to being invalidated.
Well, he needs a quarter of a second to even gain one position here, so he knows he needs to push. But plus he has to worry about everyone behind him. There's very, very close times from him all the way down to P12, just 4 tenths separating P4 to P12.
Taking the S section very beautifully there into the DRS zone. Well, everyone is now out on track as Captain Nick goes to set his out lap.
Yep, so here we go. What can Steiny do? Can he improve? Is he still going to remain in P4? Here we go. And he improves, not enough to gain a position.
That was very unlucky, to be fair to him. I thought we were on for something.
McConey only up to P14. Trying to find who the next driver towards the line is.
Clark coming across next. And no improvement there from... Oh no, he was P10 now. Don't know what I'm looking at. P10. One of the Red Bulls is next across the line, so it's going to be 4-star.
Yeah, 4-star. The main's
P18. But then it's an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Hobbs behind him did improve.
More Daddy setting the fastest lap of the track.
Very nice. Right, so it's currently sitting P3, round in the final bend.
Tell you who I'm going to jump on with. I'm going to jump on with Liam.
Fastest for it. The Dutchman straight to the front as Dean Maltz, the reserve, up into P3. Tobe's next man in the McLaren.
From Shoe.
No improvement.
127.9.
Paradox up to P12. Indian Jesus pulling into the pits. Strauss is the next man. He goes up into P2, though not quite to the 27s. As Ennis then takes P2 off him, just into the 27s.
Liam will be starting provisional P10, unfortunately, due to invalidation and the checker flag being waved for quali. Let's have a look. I'm on board with Clark at the minute.
DC into the pits. I'm jumping between drivers here. I think Club will be the last man, certainly one of the last ones, to the line. DC retiring in the pits. Captain Nick remaining P10. Club Yard is in.
So's Clark.
Hobbs is invalidated. 4-star has also invalidated. So I think that is the end of the session. Everything happened at once and I missed half of it, but a pole for Ids.
interesting start to the. Well,
Yeah, well,
looking.
none of the top 5 in the championship are in the top 5 on the grid. Farrell actually our top man, 44 points adrift of Liam. He's starting P6. Then you're not looking all the way down until P11 with Liam. And where are they? 11 for Liam, 15th for McConey, 19th for Waits, and 20th for Tigriff.
In theory, if he manages to get obviously points are awarded from obviously P12 up to P1. If Liam finishes, if he starts 11th and finishes 11th, and Tigriff stays where he is, Liam will win the championship tonight.
Apparently, Ennis woke up 5 minutes before the race started. That man has just gone P2 and is 100th off the pole time. Being one of 2 drivers to get into the 27s.
Monster in his net. Man's got an IV dripper monster just hanging out of him. He's ready.
Yeah, here we go. It's on pole. Then Ennis, Strauss, and Wardaddy finished off the second row. Mortz, Farrell, Steiny, Not Jack, Indian Jesus, and Captain Nick into the top 10. Then championship leader Liam, Clerpiart, Cole Paradox, Tobes, McConey last man within a second of the pole, Hobbsy, DC, 4-star, and then Waitsy not doing a lap for whatever reason. Tigriff serving his quali ban. Still no clue as to why Waitsy did not set a lap. But there we go, that is our order for today's race. Thank you whoever that was.
So you've had a phone, you've had a car, what's next?
I had a tractor earlier, I don't know if you heard it.
No, I didn't hear the tractor, unfortunately. Well, all the pit boys are out doing their alien thing again for the 8th race in a row. I do love this little glitch.
Yeah, of course, of course. Liam
well, with it being Saudi
Scots.
Arabia, we don't need to ask any of the boys what the weather is like, because it's Saudi Arabia. It's going to be hot.
Yes. Yeah, choosing setups now. But here we go, drivers choosing. Right, who's going to win? What are we calling?
Well, you know what? I'm going to go with the favourite. It's going to be cliche. I think Liam's going to do it.
You think Liam from P11, the man yet to win for the first 14 rounds, is going to get it when he needs it most?
I think we're wrapping the championship up tonight, I think.
I think it seems like we'll wrap up the championship.
I'd love to see it go to round 16.
I don't know.
I'd love to see it go round 16, because a Belgium showdown.
Yeah, the thing is, both Liam and Tigriff are normally so consistent. The only thing that worries me is Liam actually quite a slow quali time. Tigriff, we haven't yet seen how fast he's going to be.
I think he knows, so long as he finishes above, 30 points above Tigriff, he knows that's all he needs.
Yeah, Glowstick calling Indian Jesus for the win, starting P9, so quite far down the order. Let's have a look at these tyres. Mostly hards with mediums for actually 3 of the top 4, including our pole sitter, then Liam, Clerpiart and Cole Paradox further down the order.
Well, medium, hard to medium was the better choice for us on Monday in Tier 4.
But, safety cars.
We had 4 of them, no, 3 of them, so I was banking on a 4th and it never showed. Because for quite a bit of the race I was sitting in P3 quite nicely.
I feel like hoping for a 4th safety car is quite wishful thinking.
It was, but then again, this is Cone, anything can happen.
Oh yeah. Not over till the last lap.
It's been a good season though, regardless. Even if the championship gets wrapped up tonight, it's been a lot of action, a lot of drama.
The fact that our top 2 drivers in the championship have not won a single race is 1, a credit to their consistency, but 2, a credit to the variety of different drivers we've had on the top step. I mean, sure, they both had so many podiums, although having said that, I don't think either of them got a podium last week in either the sprint or the feature race. They've been there all season. No one's really caught up.
Well, just looking at our 2 championship leaders, Liam starting on the mediums, Tigriff starting on the hards. That could be interesting.
Yeah,
as long as Tigriff keeps himself out of any trouble and does well with them hards,
Yeah, well, I think Liam's setting himself up well here because he's on the mediums. We know he's really good at lap ones. Being P11, a load of hard runners in front. Oh goodness, that's not great. Good news for Liam. He could just fly his way up the order. As Indian Jesus and Captain Nick presumably have a coming together up there. Two of them will be starting on cold tyres.
And who was that? That was Glowstick shouting out Indian Jesus in the chat. Was it not?
Calling him out for the win.
Well, there's a curse already among us.
Yeah, T-Griff will lead us on to the grid, the last man here.
Now it is that time of week. John, would you like the honours or?
Go on, I'll be giving it to you most of the season, but I'll take it away for this race. Yeah, Glowstick realising that it's rather than commentator's curse, we've had viewer's curse today. Trying to see if there's a nicer angle that shows the front of the grid, but here we go, getting ready for the Saudi Arabia race. 5 lights are up, and away they go. Will hold not too long for the moment. It's holding on to position. I nearly said shoot. Ennis on the inside trying to defend here. Strauss, they're trying to go around the outside into T1, then the inside for T2, and he's got the move done straight up the order. There's Liam already up 4 places, up into 7th, and everyone chopping and changing. Holding on though is our pole sitter Strauss. Sorry, Ids, who's holding off Strauss very well. War Daddy in a Ferrari sandwich. The reserve D-Mort's ahead, the championship leader of Liam behind us. It's further and further in his lead already, using the medium tyres to their utmost here.
Oh, and there's a spin, and Waitsy's taking himself off, and I think DC got caught in that as well.
Yeah, it looks like the both of them. Big news championship wise, Waitsy essentially might take himself out with that one. Needed a very good result anyway. Glowstick saying he's already cursed someone in tier 3. Make it tier 1 as well, he can get 3 in a week. Is looking for a move here. D-Mort's and Farrell side by side, although I think D-Mort's perhaps backing out of that one.
T-Griff already up to P14, and we're only halfway through lap 1.
Yeah, Kirbyard further down. Is he going for a move on Hobbsy? Is he? No, just chilling behind for the moment. I saw that interval gradually coming down. We are going to see a move here though for P5. War Daddy looking for a move on the outside. Has he got it? Still side by side going on to the main straight. War Daddy looks to be in the slipstream. D-Mort's backing out, not using that ARS, holding off for the moment. Is ahead for P3. Ennis and Farrell. Ennis already dropping down another position. The man who woke up 5 minutes before the race, yes, suffering his lack of practice after what was an astonishing quali lap.
Hey, to be fair though, being P4 and you've only been awake, what, 5 minutes before quali?
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
Fair play to the lad.
Let's see here, I mean, look at the top two, how far they've got away. It's Strauss, 3 seconds to Farrell.
Well, there's a good little battle going on for the battle for P3. Ennis and Farrell switching positions like no tomorrow, and it is Ennis that does get clear, but Farrell's going, no, I don't want you to have that position. And that's bringing War Daddy back into the fight.
Yeah, actually,
and then there's 2 prancing horses. Here come the Ferraris.
Farrell went side by side with Ennis into the entry, compromising his exit, and now War Daddy sitting right on his tail as Indian Jesus further down the order, further cursed by his IRT teammate. Actually, is he IRT?
Now the question is,
he
is D-Mort's going to play the ultimate team game here and let Liam past?
Oh my goodness, are they about to go 3 wide? No, War Daddy's actually boxed in. The Haas and the Williams box him in there, can't go for the move. Ennis has got it, fouled home, going around the outside of War Daddy. I think he's got away with it.
Waitsy has spun in section 1, but it looks like there is a yellow flag up. It's gone from bad to worse for Waitsy.
Fight for P3, utterly mental, still going on.
Oh, that was a corner cut there, I think, from Ennis. Was he gaining an advantage?
Side by side, Farrell, War Daddy. Who's going to give up here? Neither of them, it seems. Farrell actually going wide to get that move done. I'm surprised he's not been done for an illegal overtake here. But if he was, he's going to have to be very careful how he gives it back. I mean, they're all such nose to tail. Look at the sector gaps. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10 for all of them. No one any further back, all the way down to P10. Truly a train here, but not a DRS train. They are right nose to tail, fighting, scrapping away. And as soon as Farrell escaped that, So as soon as Ennis escaped, they're able to just run away, given how much the rest of them are fighting here. Oh, small lift there. As D-Morts goes deep, Liam looking to make up moves. Tigriff up to 13th, just to note where he is further down. But Liam more ERS than those around him. He knows how to play the long game. I mean, as Wardaddy going deep to get the move, compromising his exit. As Farrell now under threat from Liam. Is he going to get the both of them in one? I think he might here. Got the inside line. Nearly 4 wide going into the final corner. Liam gets both of them as Farrell and Wardaddy still side by side. D-Morts alongside the Mercedes in this fight, still very much going crazy. DRS for everyone but Liam. I think he's safe enough there, but maybe not, as Farrell trying to go around the outside. And he's got the move. Farrell up into P4 again as Liam has to slot settle for P5. This is mad.
This is a great battle. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it.
But yeah, I mean, look at the gap. Ennis has just pulled away from the rest of them. Such is the intensity of the battle, and the top two even furthermore on their medium tyres. I can see, yeah, that battle goes right the way down the order. I think right the way down to P17. Everyone just still there, still waiting for someone else to make a mistake, leave the door open for them to get.
Let's face it, it's one of those where you don't want to mistime your move, because you mistime your move here, it could have fatal consequences, not just for you, but for the drivers around you.
Oh yeah. Hello, Jacob.
Just trying to find what corners.
Steiny, big moment there into the wall. And I think he hit Jack as well. Was on board with him for that one. Yeah, he clipped Jack as well on the way round. That is such a shame for Jack and a shame for Steiny as well. Made that mistake as Farrell, losing a couple of positions further up the order. As these battles still going on despite that incident.
Well,
no
that has
safety car of
benefited
VSC.
Tigriff, who sneaks up to 10th.
Yeah, well, again, a couple of positions there, not Jack. And, oh goodness, they're 3 wide into turn 1. Wardaddy being shuffled, Farrell cutting corners. Liam, I think, coming out on top. Farrell may have to give that position
being monitored on track limits?
I'm not sure, but if it is, Farrell, you may want to behave yourself. There's contact there between D-Morts and Wardaddy.
There's 2 drivers that have cut that corner so far.
Just not Jack.
Massive corner cut there, though, from... What am I saying? Boys, there's corners for a reason.
Look at this, 2x2 going into this long banked corner.
Who are we on with?
We're looking way down P11 battle. Clerpiar and Hobbsy were side by side, as were not Jack and McConey. Oh, this is mental for a race. Top 5 championship wise had a rough start. Just to give Jacob the quick recap he's asking for. Top 5 championship wise had a rough qualifying between them, and since then it's just been constantly battling throughout the whole thing. Huge battle for P3 till P3 escapes, then huge battle for P4 actually still ongoing, and oh my goodness, look at this into the final corner. Wardaddy, Liam unable to escape this battle. He needs to pull away, he needs to make the advantage of the mediums. Saw Steiny have a spin, just clips not
3
Jack.
wide, potentially 4 wide, nearly 5 wide.
Liam on the inside for the first bit. Oh my goodness, look at
and
this.
There's another corner cut there again.
Ah, look at that. The Ferrari around the outside of 2 of them there. D-Morts from P7 all the way up to P5, and a huge slowdown there from Farrell. This might be the escape that Liam needed. Yeah, you know what? I think he has. It's all down to what that gap is between D-Morts and Liam, how they work together, how much Captain Nick wants to get past Farrell. All of a sudden, Captain Nick fully in contention here. Man qualified, I think it was P10, so up 3 positions for the moment, and not bad given he started on the hard tyre here. gap now more than 1 second between Farrell and Demorts. The Aston Martin right on his tail, not giving him any breathing room. Actually, hang on, the two Ferraris are having a bit of a civil war here. Demorts flying past, although Liam is going to get the DRS because of it. And I think he's done a little bit of a Leclerc on Verstappen. DRS, ERS, he's going to be getting his teammate back, or maybe not, he's so far behind him. Seems the two reserves have got themselves up into P3 and 4, and he's going to remain in that position for the moment. It's behind Farrell Tigriff going side by side. A little bit of contact there, Tigriff unsettled but holds the car, keeps it forward, just not able to fight for that P7 as he would have liked. Further down the order, there's a yellow, that is for... Ids, our race leader's made a mistake, got no front wing. Oh no!
Oh.
Is Liam picking up 3 seconds of time penalties, all the big players. Yeah, well that's a definite hit for him.
Spicy.
No safety car as of yet, despite all the contacts we've seen. Strauss inheriting the lead. Id's going to start plummeting down the order and going to require a pit stop very, very soon. I think we'll see Ennis breeze past in this DRS zone. Not sure it's even worth McLaren trying to fight it here. Is what on earth is going on the timing sheet? Tigriff has had a massive mistake. I don't know what he's done, but I think a few of them getting involved in incidents. Tigriff, War Daddy and Farrell all down massively. What on earth is happening there?
If the race was to finish now, Liam would be our championship winner.
Yeah, oh definitely, with Tigriff so far down the order after whatever just happened, we missed that. So we were focusing on Ids.
So I was focusing on us. Ids.
So yeah, there we go, shoot into the pits as expected. This battle's still going on here. I think 4-star now leading the crazy battle as one of the AlphaTauris, Cold Paradox, peeling off into the pit lane. After just 7 laps as well.
Well, I'm currently on board with the battle of the Ferraris. Demorts in P3, Liam trying to hunt him down.
Right, so you're missing out the P6 battle here. Far crazier.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Timing gaps here. Tobes right on the tail. Sorry, Introduces right on the tail of Tobes himself. Actually, Steiny just behind him in that Alpine. Clerpiart going wide ahead there. Didn't even think to check which corners were being monitored beforehand, so he might have just got lucky by me not knowing. It's Clerpiart, bit of a rough entry there, and Tobes knows it. Oh, hang on. Introduces his round. Lost it on the corner. And the cart just dropped on him. Getting it pointed forward again. Might have picked up a little bit of damage on the rear wing from that one actually. But hop back on board with Steiny going for the move on Mercedes of Clerpiart here through this sweeping section with the DRS, though I think they both have it here. That's him up into P10. The hards now seeming to have the advantage over the mediums. There's Strauss having the advantage massively on his mediums, 8.3 seconds over the reserve of Ennis. Although a quick shout out to Captain Nick, currently sitting in P5.
Yeah, he's having an amazing race. Clawing back some points for Aston Martin, that's what we needed.
Well yeah, I think at the moment, can't remember how many points it is for P5, but he might be doubling how many points he has in the standings as 4-star.
4-star goes for the overtake on Hobbsy.
And further down the order as well, we've got more positions going on. Tigriff past Farrell up into P13. And this is a race that is certainly delivering on the excitement we were hoping for.
No safety cars yet, 9 laps in. Still a while to go.
Yeah, as Tobes has made a big mistake. He's dropping down the order. I still see mostly intact front wing. So I don't think anyone, apart from perhaps his teammate, near it enough to go for the move. But an absolutely amazing race so far.
Battles everywhere you look. It's hard to think of what to say with battles like this going on at this track.
Well, I noticed earlier on with that battle that's going on for P3, you just kind of shut up and enjoyed the battle, listen to me go on.
I went so quiet because I was enjoying everything that I was watching.
But here we go, Ennis going for... So Ennis being overtaken by D Morts for P2. That Ferrari driver really getting into the groove on those tyres. We saw him fly past his teammate and now getting up into that second position. To keep an eye on here what moves are going to be done on the main straight. Just the time gaps to watch.
I think McCody's trying to go for it, but I think he's backed out. Yeah, he's backed out.
Yeah, Steiny pitting on his hard tyres. Interesting choice there. Makes you wonder if there was any wing damage to serve. Tobe's not pitting, so I guess he didn't retain any wing damage from his Sector 1 mishap. There is, of course, going to be such a difference in car setup.
Back up to P10.
Yeah, you know what, you're right, aren't you? T-Grip P10. After everything that's happened. The race slightly settled down now as more people have pitted or just kind of had incidents so close to the pack. That impressive how few there have been so far.
Good little battle this. I'm just so zoomed in watching on the battle P6.
But hang on, P9 here, battle T-Griff and TC. A little bit of contact there. TC tapping the Haas car, unsettling his car, losing out on that position, but T-Griff is in no rush to consider giving that back. He wants to fight for the championship. It's Liam, his rival, pitting there. Captain Nick now moving up into P4.
Well, that's the advantage that T-Griff has got starting on those hard. He can stay out for longer. The question is, can Liam get out in front of him? No. No, he cannot.
No, I think he's going to get ahead of Ids. I've not called him Shu yet. Nearly a few times. Yep, he is. As actually, Ids has just set purple lap, fastest lap for the Dutchman.
Well, that's the thing. Liam will now be wanting to just get sat back, relax, because these hards he's going to be wanting to take these now all the way to the end of the race. Meanwhile, his championship rival Griff still needs to come in.
Yeah, well, isn't it?
Griff started on the hards. Then again, he's got 10 lap old hards and we're on lap 11.
Yeah, he always does that.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
As Liam on his cold tyres getting passed by Ids and Hobbsy. Hang on, Hobbsy's had a round.
Oh,
he's dropping down the order here. Where is he going to end up? Hopefully he doesn't unghost. That looks to be P12 he settles into, though. Jack closing fast. Is he Jack, is he not Jack? We'll never know. But coming towards the back of the Alfa Romeo. And yeah, actually not near enough. I think Hobbsy will hold on to that P12 for the moment as our race leader Strauss pulls into the pits. D-Morts inheriting that lead for the moment. Ennis going up into P2.
I think I've still got some Mowens in my bag. I think
oh, hang on, what's Strauss doing? Softs?
I don't know. What is he doing?
He's gone onto the softs.
That can't be.
Is that a mistake,
no.
Or is that just praying for a safety car? I guess we'll find out. Steiny said in the fastest lap there. We'll have to keep an eye and see how his progress goes. It's T-Griff now P7. I mean, it's his time gap to Liam that matters most here.
Unless he's just going for that fastest lap point.
Well, it's not like Strauss really needs it. He's here to enjoy himself. He's out the championship fight.
Yeah, but you could be thinking, if I can't have it, no one's here.
Yeah, well, he is P7. The championship does have positions to gain. He could probably get himself up into the top 3. So here we go. Jack has now caught up with Hobbsy. Hobbsy probably had his confidence rattled a little bit. I think this might actually be the corner where he made his mistake last time. DRS about to be deployed for the Williams. Here we go, closing. Going to be slightly down to what his wings are. You can see just how much ERS he has. It's almost like he doesn't even have the button bound here. 97% after 13 laps.
Captain Nick in P3.
Goes. T-Griff got past McConey further up the order, but not Jack is going to get past Hobbsy for P12. That last point position. It's actually Farrell Pitts making it the last 2 point positions. Let's see where Farrell come up quite far behind them, going on to some medium tyres there. That is a yellow. That is for Steiny? No, who is that yellow flag for? Oh, it must have been not Jack actually, because he's dropped back 3.5 seconds behind Hobbsy, the man he just overtook. So he got the overtake done, immediately makes a mistake afterwards, dropping down. And what's this? Captain Nick in P3, though, under threat from Strauss behind on his fresh soft tyres. But both will still need to take another pit stop here, as this looks a very likely overtake to happen. Not much the Aston Martin driver can do. Huge amounts of overspeed there. ERS, DRS, all of it being deployed. And that's Strauss up into P3 on his soft tyres.
Well, we're just over halfway now in this Grand Prix, and no retirements. We've had a few spins, we've had a few bumps, no safety cars with VSC.
Yeah, IDS and DC here round the outside. However, that DRS is going to go to DC. Oh, actually, yeah, Liam's behind as well. 3 of them, 2 at the back with the DRS. Can they close that gap down enough? It is certainly closing between IDS and DC, deciding against going for the move, just closing that gap down to just over a tenth. With DC yet to hit on much older tyres.
Liam has been brought into this fight.
Yeah, Nathan saying it must be a mistake from Strauss. Well, that's what we were thinking.
Then again, it's not too bad. I suppose he could pit again, go to mediums, and hold himself out to the end of the race.
Yeah, well, any of the hard runners behind him, he does technically have an advantage over. Of the ones who haven't pit, that is. Softs only last 6 to 7 laps. Oh, wow.
Yeah, softs get eaten alive on this track.
Guess it makes sense given the raw pace they are going to have. Actually, we're hopping board. Strauss is about to eat one of his opponents alive here. Ennis, oh look at that, just flies past up into P2 for the man on the soft tyres. Yeah, not even close. The softs are just that fast at the moment. We'll hop back on board with the championship leader then.
It's interesting, he's trying to get past, he's waiting for that opportunity to strike on Rio DC, and I think he may potentially be getting it on this straight here, because you can pick up a lot of speed. Captain Nick picking up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's had such a good race up until that point.
That's a real shame.
Liam is potentially going to get the overtake done here. He's got DRS and he's going for it on DC, sending it to go too wide. Can he get past? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, one thing we have noticed with DC, certainly I've noticed with DC this season, he's such a patient driver. He won't go for moves all the time. And that has led to him not winning a single race, but also that's led to him just being consistently up there. No unnecessary incidents, just every single week getting results. This Demort's coming out just ahead of McConey here, coming out in P3. Very strong position, top of the guys who don't need to pit again. Of course, Strauss has pit, but will need to take another stop somewhere down the line, unless he's an absolute superhero on the soft tyres and quite literally pulls miracles, alters Codemaster files, and uses other cheats which don't work on PS4. So let's have a look at the penalties. Mostly just 3-second ones. Captain Nick and War Daddy with 5 seconds. We saw Nick's was for speed in the pit lane. I assume the same for War Daddy further down the order.
Well, I'm on board with our championship runner-up at the moment, which is T-Griff, and Demortz is slowly catching him up on those newer mediums, which, let's face it, is to be expected at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll see T-Griff pit fairly soon. In fact, yeah, very soon. This very lap. is no speeding in the pit lane for the Haas driver. That was not what he wanted to see.
That's a lot. And Liam now retaking P4. That's exactly what he wanted to see.
Yeah. Steiny getting the fastest lap, but I'm sure Liam silently cheering the misfortune of his rivals. Tigriff, where is he going to leave the pit lane? Just ahead of Farrell. Got the Farrell on already warmed
Yellow
up
flag
tyres.
in sector 1. What's gone on? I think it's War Daddy or DC or Claire.
No, it's
one of
Cole
them.
Paradox and PR. I think they're both of them. Well, actually, now they're side by side again. I think they did have a coming together, and don't do another one, boys.
I say
Keep
we
it to
stick
one,
on board
one
with these and
incident a
see what
sector at
happens.
most, please. You know what? I think this has been Tier 2's best race of the season.
Did the cleanest.
He's been remarkable. I mean, there has, of course, there's been incidents, some of which we've kind of not seen, but seen the aftermath of.
There's been no race-ending incidents yet, though. Let's face it.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of time. Should have taken out my rain mask and hoped for rain for Saudi Arabia.
Oh, there we go. Motorbike joining the.
What was that?
That was. I always see that motorbike go past my window. To join the. What was it had earlier? We had a phone and we had. What was the other noise?
A horn.
Oh, it was a horn, wasn't it? Yeah, car horn. So
Yeah,
bike,
it was a horn. Now we've had a
phone.
motorbike.
Not that you heard the tractor, but there's a tractor as well. I don't know what a tractor was doing on campus, but tractor. I'm looking at the number of drivers towards the front who have penalties quite high. Strauss has just come out of the pits into P3. If he can hold off while his tyres are cold, he should be able to put away on those fresher mediums. So actually, weirdly, Strauss's two-stop might put him in contention for podium.
Yeah. A blunder which has turned into a... there is a yellow flag
That is
in
War Daddy.
sector 1. It seems to have resolved itself. It's
Ooh,
very
hang
close,
on, no.
though. Oh! What happened there? What actually happened? Because I don't think that was a...
I'm not sure. I sort of caught it on stream. The camera angle wasn't amazing. That's a safety car?
That's
That
a
is
full
a safety car.
but the question is, what actually happened to War Daddy? I caught a glimpse of a Mercedes going at a wall, but I don't know if a turn was made or...
It was either... Hang on, because I caught it on stream. I'm watching it back now. But I wasn't on board with him. I went into the... I can't tell if that's a mistake he made or if Hobbsy gave him a little love tap on the rear of the car. But time to see who pits. Steamort's not pitting. Ids is coming into the pits. Let's not get another man speeding in the pit lane. No, okay, good. Strauss, of course, going to be staying out on his fresh tyres. Liam, another one choosing to pit, as does Ennis, Captain Nick, Jack, Steiny. Tigriff a long way back. I'm not sure if he will or not. No, he's not. Tigriff thinking, right, actually, he's not even going to serve us 5 seconds in the pit lane. That is probably a mistake. I would agree with him staying out to get further up the order, but maybe to serve us 5 seconds, it could have been worth it there.
Well, that is going to have changed a lot of things. The question, who's going to come in, who's going to come out?
Yeah, no, I think
Well,
Tigriff making a
come in.
mistake. Tactically, I would have agreed Tigriff should stay out, but the fact he has that 5 second he could have served in the pit lane, it changes my view on that. I think he's made a mistake here. I think he's blundered. Because if they all stay nice and closely packed as they were like that first stint, battling away, putting on an awesome show again, he's not going to be able to escape them. He's not going to be able to make that 5 second gap over the rest of the field. Right, so nearly the entire field on mediums, although a lot of them going on to softs. We'll have to see how that
are
works.
those softs going to last, though?
Yeah, we'll give him what Nathan's informed us, the man from Tier 1 who's been here since day one. Not really. It partly depends as to when the safety car gets called in. Interesting that
Well,
Waitsy
I reckon we're looking
hasn't
at
pit.
lap 20 for a race restart, I reckon.
Is Waitsy on a... He's done 2 stops, but his tyres are 15 laps old. So he must have done both stops very early on in the race. I guess just now trying to catch up to the safety car queue. Mercedes safety car on this here track. Is Tigriff the man with the 5-second penalty. Shu commenting he's bottling this so hard once again. But this is going to be such a chaotic safety car restart. I cannot wait to see how this goes. And actually I'm interested to see if Waitsy decides to pit here, or if he just decides, right, I've got to catch up, doesn't matter my tyres are 15 laps old, which aren't going to make it to the end anyway. No, he is coming into the pits. Okay, I think that's the right decision. Just don't get speed into the pit lane. Good.
Oh, Waitsy has come in.
So, Liam 3 seconds of penalties, but Tigriff with 5. As long as Liam finishes ahead of Tigriff, the championship is his. Actually, even then, he's got a little bit more leeway than just that, and is looking in the Ferrari driver's favour for the moment, even if he doesn't have the most amazing race here compared to some of the drivers around him. On slightly fresher rubber, Marconi 4-star already had a few laps before the safety car came out on their mediums. It does have to worry about the drivers in the soft behind.
Is the safety car going to come in this lap, or is it going to take these boys around once more because how far Waitsy is?
I think it might do one more, right? Because this is only the second lap they've done following the safety car, and Waitsy isn't quite close enough. Yeah, I think we're getting around again.
Waitsy.
It'll be end of lap 25 laps of racing, so maybe the softs were the right decision. Waitsy helping out his fellow... Actually no, 4 stars on the mediums, never mind. Helping out his fellow soft runners.
Five laps of racing to decide a championship. Where have we heard that before?
So can
now as it stands. Liam's got penalties.
Hold off?
Griff's got penalties.
Yeah, I'll have a quick look at the penalties of the boys at the top of the order. That did not work at all. Why did that not work? There we go. So when I have a look at penalties,
Tigriff's got 5, Liam's got 3.
So I mean warnings. Demorts has got 1 warning. Strauss completely clean of warnings despite his odd strategy. Tigriff 2 warnings plus his 5 seconds, and he's at risk of getting even more. Ids is had a clean race, and then 4 starters also had a clean race. Actually, what about Liam? I think Liam's...
You know what?
He's got his 3 seconds and nothing more.
I think it's going to go to a last round shootout now. I know I said Liam to begin with, but speaking about things logically, it's going to go to a last round shootout.
I think it will, and I certainly hope it will, even if that last round is heavily in the favour of Liam. It is looking like it will go down to the last round, go down to Belgium to decide who gets the championship.
Red car leading the pack. Speaking of red, if you press your red button on your controller, it'll do absolutely nothing. However, the Tier 1 boys are kicking off over on our channel. However, they will only just be starting qualifying. So you might as well stick around with us for the time being while we wrap up our race. And exactly. And you can head on over after the race has finished, where they'll be starting their race. Safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, there we go. We expected it. So what can
Demons do? 5 laps of racing. The reserve, the only reserve currently leading this Grand Prix.
Ennis is a reserve as well. He was just a very last minute reserve. Oh
Sorry,
my goodness,
wasn't.
Nick and Steiny.
Collision with Steiny. It's going from bad to worse for Captain Nick. That's his second 5 second, if I remember correctly, as well.
Yeah, he got the other one for speed in the pit lane before, which he served.
And now he's got it back.
And now he's got another one. Here we go. D-Mort's going around the last corner. See all the drivers coming through. Actually, some pretty big gaps in the field and places. Ennis won the second behind Liam. I guess giving the championship leader some breathing room, as Strauss already under threat behind from Tigriff. D-Mort's a very good getaway, not so much for the man behind, as Tigriff straight up into P2. That's exactly what he needed to make more of a gap. Let's see here. This is great for D-Morts. D-Morts now can just run away. He's got that second gap. No need to worry about DRS. The boys behind will be fighting away. It's going to be a repeat at the start of the race for the ones.
Liam at the moment, keeping an eye on this little battle we've got going on now from P5 down to P7.
Yeah, it's actually Liam going for a move here on McConey around the outside. Can he hold it or not? He's certainly going to try.
I think he has.
Ah, that is a drive of a champion. Has he got it? Yeah.
Finest.
Oh no, still side by side between the two, but Liam now with the inside line, and McConey,
Gorgeous
I think,
racing,
forced to back
and he gets
out.
past and he takes it.
That's what he needed to do. Both him and Tigriff so hungry to get the best they can out of this race. Already showing why they're the ones near the top. So now it's closing down slightly on Strauss. We are not going to have DRS till, what is it, lap 23, and it won't be the start 23 as well. We won't have it on the main straight for that one, not until the middle sector DRS zone.
Well, D-Mort is increasing that lap on Tigriff, and that is exactly what we want to see.
I think a lot of the drivers might be saving their ERS to go for moves later on, although Ennis right being trailed by Not Jack here, going for the move with an absolute send into turn 1 here, and you know what, he's made that work beautifully. Ennis though looking for the cutback, pulling alongside with his rear tyre, not enough for a Haas driver, and under threat behind from the boys on the soft tyres, actually so much quicker. Give him a little tag on the rear. F1 not really a sport where you normally I think a bump and run in, but the man nearly managed it there. As Hobbsy further down the order, getting past Cold Paradox, is going wide.
Penalty.
Does Ennis. Here, full start, dropping a little bit of time back from Ids, allows Liam to potentially close in.
I was going to say, it's good news for Liam because he's just literally closed that gap. He's wasted no time, and I think he's going to try and get the move done again.
Yeah, we'll see. He'll have 2 long straights to get it done. I don't know what his wings are like compared to the others, but his pace is certainly a lot quicker than some of them. Coming alive at the end of this race, although a little bit deep there, perhaps pushing too much. You can see his ERS is actually slightly better off by just over 5%. See there, look at that exit. He's just on the power earlier. Already gained a 10th since exiting the corner, though 4-star using his ERS there to pull away. Liam being smart, saving it for the DRS when he knows he's actually going to be able to get the overtake, not just into pointless defending when he knows he'll be quicker through the corners. Doesn't want to be held up, waste his tyres, and they don't need to be. His tyres are fresher. And here we go. Actually, I haven't said that. That was a bit of a waste of ERS there from the Ferrari drivers. Oh my goodness. Maybe not the place to go for an overtake there, and decides better of it in the end, though heavily considered it beforehand. Here we go now, soon towards the first DRS zone since the safety car restart. We'll plug the numbers in once this race is over, give provisional results for what this means championship wise. But Liam, look at how close he's getting to the back of that Red Bull. He's got better overspeed, not using his ERS yet, but he'll have the DRS soon. 4-star, is he going to try and defend it?
No.
Nah, he's getting the inside line for the corner, and yep, backs out, but hang on a second.
Oh, hang on a second.
Liam going deep. Red Bull Ferrari side by side, and that is a beautiful cutback there by 4-star. What he needed.
Gorgeous.
Alongside
I tell you what, though, the battle behind them, though, the Williams and the Alpine coming into play.
Yeah, those two side by side, not really threatening Liam just yet. Oh, hang on. No, they've got caught. Not Jack and McConey caught on the wall on each other, dropping back because of it. The Strauss getting past Tigriff into turn 1. Liam getting back past 4-star. No, Liam's still side by side with the 4-star, clattering over the curbs. Goes the Ferrari, and Liam is now up to P5. Everything's happening everywhere. I'm sure I've missed half of it. It's the overtakes. DC past Clerpiar. Indian Jesus past his teammate Cole Paradox. It's further down. Hobbsy and Cole Paradox. Hobbsy up into P16. Contact between the two of them there. Caught on the rear tyre. Turning in early did Hobbsy. Dropping down to P19. I think that was Cole Paradox. Actually, I think I managed to get on board with that one as... Yeah. Oh, hang on. What is going on here? Indian Jesus and McConey. That was a little bit dodgy, and that has caught both drivers out. Both staying out of the wall, but not staying out of trouble there.
I'm just crunching the numbers, John. Just because Tigriff and Liam are now literally pretty much behind each other with 2 laps to go. Tigriff has 5 seconds worth of penalties, Liam has 3, so the positions will switch around. And I'm just checking to see if this is going to be enough to wrap up the championship.
So, actually no, it will be. Even if they finish P4 and P4 and 5 they wouldn't, but there's other drivers behind who will overtake them because of their penalties. I'm going to wait till it's over. I'm not going to bother trying to work out this math. Steiny passed 4-star up into P6 here. That's everything kicking off. I'm just going to enjoy the battles for the moment, do the numbers later. I think Tigriff is just okay because of how far down the order the two of them will fall, but it is also very important as to if that gap stays to more than 2 seconds between the two of them. As if it does, then Liam will finish behind Tigriff. If it does not, and that's huge ramifications for the championship. It's the two Williams fighting away, not Jack coming out on top of Farrell. Farrell's championship hopes, I think, already been taken away from him here. Further down the order, not really going to be able to go for anything. The top 3 actually, they are all pretty close. Half a second separating each of them. Is
yellow flag, flag. 1 and 2, there's a spin.
Steiny. Yeah, just waiting off to the side there. I wanted to cause any trouble for any of the others, as Captain Nick, I've only just noticed, up into 7th place. He's crept his way back up the order.
Liam is making this gap on 4-star, and he's making it happen.
Commentator's curse for Captain Nick, and that is him. Steiny, I thought that might happen if he stayed still for too long. Captain Nick into the wall just after I mentioned how well he was doing. Black flag for Steiny to be coming out towards the final 2 DRS zones. Can Strauss take the lead off of Dean
trying to make this gap happen, mate?
Well, actually, yeah,
he's trying his hardest.
Are we going to see a last straight overtake at the line for the win? No, D Mortz has got it. He's won at the Saudi Grand Prix. Tigriff gets his penalty, but it's not enough for Liam to catch up with his penalty. And 4-star going to be getting the both of them, though Ennis finishing behind, interestingly. Then what? We've got Clerpiar, not Jack, Farrell. Penalties kicking off, all sorts of things. 8 thousandths between Farrell and not Jack there. It's actually side by side with... Hang on, there's 3 drivers within half a tenth. 8th, 9th and 10th. Mad. I think slightly assisted by penalties, but Waitsy will be the last man across the line as Captain Nick is there, missing his front right tyre. Bringing out the yellow flag as Waitsy brings it to the line. That looks like a man doing donuts. That is a man doing donuts. Excellent.
He loves
Captain
it.
Nick is his carcass remains on the circuit, and there we go across the line to finish off.
It does mean, though, however, we are taking this to a last round shootout in Belgium next week.
Provisionally, very important word.
Well, as it starts,
Series report still to come. The commentator's curse on the last lap, striking at Captain Nick. Shame for him. Steiny spinning, waiting too long, and getting disqualified for being backwards.
However, he did complete 90% of his race, so I'm pretty sure he can have... Well, we don't know, can we?
Well, I mean, he'll get a P19 finish.
Yeah, so he won't be declassified.
It doesn't mean anything, but he is classified as not as a DNF.
It's better to be classified than not.
Yes. Want to avoid a higher DNF rate, but here we go, the Ferrari podium for D Mortz. I'm sure he will be happy with that one. Right, Liam saying Tigriff can get his pen removed, he thinks. Interesting. Let's have a look at this. Here we go. Demorts, Strauss, and then it's finishing off the podium from its pole position. 4-star Tigriff and Liam, then Ennis, Clerpiar, not Jack Farrell finishing out the top 10. Not Jack actually getting the fastest lap point there. DC and Hobbsy with the last of the points. Then Tobes, Cold Paradox, India Jesus, McConey, Captain Nick, Waitsy, War Daddy, and Steiny.
According to Tigriff, though, he believes that Liam has already got the championship.
I think he is... Wait, 5th and 6th. How many points is that? 5th... There's only 2 points difference, actually. If they do finish 5th and 6th, Liam is champion already.
I'm looking at the points. I believe, as it does stand, Liam is our provisional championship winner for Tier 2.
Yeah.
We have to get Liam in the chat as well, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll have to give the boys a quick ping. Do we get a double... No, we didn't get a double reserve podium.
No. No, only one reserve was on the top.
Right. I've pinged the boys, asked them if they want to come in for a chat post-race. That's all 3 podium cities, plus potentially championship leader of Liam. I'll give them a quick invite.
Along with the leader, potentially the championship winner.
Yeah. That from Rob. Liam declined the interview. Wait, did I mention...
Doubt if he does get the penalty removed, so if Tigriff gets his penalty removed, that will be 30 points exactly between them going into the last round.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I can join anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, his choice. Loud keyboard noises. Oh, whoops, never mind. Right, so I think, and who's in the interview so far? I didn't see who joined the party.
No. I believe Ids is in and Strauss is in so far, I believe.
Nice.
Time too.
Well, first off, Ids, I saw you mention earlier that the race was all coming away from you. Managed to bring it back to a P3 in the end, but I guess not the result you were looking for after a pole position here.
Yeah. It's kinda... Yeah, it sucks. But I was hoping for a P1 after pole, of course. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, 2 Dutchmen on the podium between you and Strauss. don't know if D-Mort's is Dutch as well. He hasn't got his flag up on his. But Strauss, were you expecting a podium? After, did you mean to choose the soft tyre actually?
Yeah, man. I tried the hard yesterday in practice, and it felt horrible. And with the gap I had on the rest of the field, I thought I would make it with 2 stops. Because was saying it was a 10-second difference to 1 stop. But yeah, the safety car after I pitted clearly didn't help me. And after I took over to drift position, D-Mort was already far away to catch him. I need 1 more lap.
Yeah.
But in the end, happy with the P2, started in P2. I can be disappointed with losing the P1, but still, with the shitty season I am having, P2 is very good. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's alright. Is it just, yeah, D-Mort's our race winner, has not joined. I don't know if he's just not seeing the invite or not, but he was, interestingly, a reserve win from him. Liam, the man who may have won the championship, choosing not to join based on he's only provisionally the championship. The stewards are going to have a look at something, and he reckons that might go in the favour of T-Griff. So T-Griff might need a perfect race next week in order to win the championship, with Liam having a mishap. Oh yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at the chat at the minute, the paddock chat, and it seems to be all going off in there, lads. So War Daddy's retirement causing that safety car.
Was that on-track retirement, or did it just crash?
So
no, we
didn't really catch it. We
I
saw him spin to the wall, but whether it was intentional or
no, he made a mistake,
accidental.
came back on track, and then I don't know if he made another mistake. Hobbsy tapped him on the rear, or if he just got on the throttle, trying to kind of a bit in annoyance, but yeah, half got on stream. Nah, unless you guys have anything else. Actually, well, into Lagos next week.
No, Belgium, right?
Oh, sorry, Belgium. My bad.
Belgium, mate.
Wishful thinking.
It was Spa.
Yeah, sorry, Spa. What do we think of Spa?
Well, I will be upset. My last race of the season.
Oh.
Well, yeah, this was it for me, P2.
Yeah, well, not a bad way to end it.
It will win his race.
I think I'm absent too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well then, boys. Before we let you go, then obviously, if this is the end of your season, out of the 2 people that are potentially going to win it, your thoughts? Liam or Griff?
Griff.
Really, it will be
I think it will be Liam. He deserves it. Did he won a race this season?
No, not once.
No.
Oh my.
Neither is T-Griff. Neither of them have won anything.
just being there with the boys.
Yeah, actually, I think T-Griff got one of the he got one of the sprint races at some point. But
I
yeah.
can learn from that.
It classes.
We'll see. It was a fun season. I'm sure I could have been a title contender if I was consistent as Liam was.
Well, we'll see you. Well, are we going to see you up there then for season 9 then when F123 is out? But don't forget, you've got that's the thing though. More hazards to compete with. Now got red flags to compete with online as well. So
Oh no.
yeah, it's confirmed. It's confirmed. It's been confirmed. Red flags are being included on the multiplayer online side.
Really looking forward to all the glitches.
Oh yeah. Half the grid gets red flagged, the other half gets safety cars.
Alright, boys. Have a nice evening.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye.
No, thank you, boys.
Right.
Well then, John.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much us then for the evening. We've just got one more round of this to go.
Yep. Liam more or less got the championship wrapped up. Provisionally he reckons he doesn't, so it remains to be seen what happens there. I guess we'll let you know next week at
All comes
Spa.
down to the stewards meeting.
Yeah. But for now, go watch Tier 1, which I will stick the link for Tier 1 in the chat actually.
Yep,
for those
it's
who are still watching.
Indigo and Scott. Scott, who normally races for us, is doing comms over at T1 today. So My commentator
I've-
commentates on tier 4 for me, commentating the big boys today.
I've put the I accidentally put tier 2 instead of tier 1. The link's the correct link, so the link will work. Use the link in the chat. Go watch tier 1. They are just finishing up. In fact, they just finished qualifying now. Jerome is on pole position. They've made our boys look slow, as per usual with tier 1. They've got, I think, the top 14 drivers. In fact, the top 13 drivers are better than anyone in tier 2. But yeah, that's it from us till next week. So goodbye.
I can't wait. Spa. I can't wait.
Yeah, what a circuit.